4J series engines mounted in the NHR and NKR models are newly developed direct injection engines. Impressively, the 4J-A1 engine used in the NHR model features a displacement of 2.5 liters, establishing it as the world's smallest direct injection engine. The 4J-A1 engine has a maximum output of 68 horsepower. The 4J-B1 engine provides maximum output of 77 horsepower with a displacement of 2.8 liters. The 4J series engines are characterized by their high output power, low fuel consumption, and low noise. They also feature a quick-on start 2 that enables them to start instantaneously at a temperature of 0 degrees centigrade and in about 3 seconds at minus 20 degrees centigrade. First, let's review the replacement of the engine oil and oil filter. The 4J engines feature a forced lubrication system of the conventional type. Maintenance is made easier thanks to the use of a cartridge-type oil filter. The engine oil should be changed after the initial 1,000 kilometers and thereafter at intervals of every 3,000 kilometers or once a month. To replace oil and oil filter, first loosen the drain plug to let the oil drain from the cartridge into the oil pan. This system, allowing the oil to drain from the cartridge into the oil pan, is called the drain circuit and prevents the 4J engines from being stained by oil when changing the cartridge oil filter. Remove the oil filter using a filter wrench. And a new oil filter is mounted. Rub a thin film of engine oil on the new filter seal ring and tighten the cartridge to full force by hand. Tighten it an additional 90 to 360 degree turn using the filter wrench. Next, retighten the drain plug, making certain that the plug is tightened thoroughly. Otherwise, there may be a loss of oil pressure that could cause engine trouble. Now we'll see how valve clearance is adjusted. The valves in this engine are arranged from front to rear in a sequence of inlet valve, exhaust valve, inlet valve, and exhaust valve. First, align the top dead center mark on the crank pulley with the pointer on the engine. Next, remove the cylinder head cover. Confirm that the rocker arm bolts are torqued to specification, which is 5.5 plus or minus 0.5 kilogram meters. Moving the rocker arms, confirm that the first cylinder is at the top dead center of compression. In this position, the clearances of the valves indicated here can be adjusted. Adjustment is done using a thickness gauge. With the engine cool, the valve clearance should be adjusted to 0.4 millimeter for both inlet and exhaust valves. When adjustments with the piston in the first cylinder at top dead center are completed, rotate the crankshaft once more and again align the top dead center mark on the crank pulley with the pointer so as to bring the fourth cylinder to the top dead center of the compression stroke. The valves shown here can be adjusted now. Again, adjust the clearance of the respective valves to 0.4 millimeter using the thickness gauge. When the adjustment is completed, reinstall the head cover. Make sure that the packing remains in place when installing the head cover. To attach the head cover, torque the head cover bolts to specification, that is, 1.3 plus or minus 0.5 kilogram meters, starting from the one in the center. Now, let's examine the assembly and adjustment of the injection nozzle. In the 4J engines, the injector is located at the center of the combustion chamber to improve combustion efficiency. A compact and lightweight mini mass-type injection nozzle holder is used. The injection nozzle is provided with 4 holes. The injector for the 4J-A1 engine and that for the 4J-B1 have different nozzle diameters. The one shown here is for the 4J-B1 engine, and its nozzle holder is black for identification, as you can see. When replacing the injector, be sure to check for the part number marked on it. Let's look at the assembly of the injection nozzle. First, insert the needle valve into the nozzle body and confirm that it rotates smoothly within the body. Next, insert the spacer, aligning the knock pins with the positioning holes. Then, insert the adjusting shim into the nozzle holder. The opening pressure can be adjusted by changing this adjusting shim. The nozzle opening pressure should be 185 kilograms per square centimeter. Next, the spring and push rod are inserted. Lastly, attach the nozzle, aligning the knock pins and tighten the cap nut. The assembled injection nozzle is checked and adjusted using a nozzle tester. Operating the tester's handle, confirm whether or not spray is provided at the specified pressure. If the opening pressure doesn't fall within the specified range, make the necessary adjustment by exchanging the shim. Next, turn off the pressure gauge of the injector tester by turning the control valve knob, and check the spray pattern by manipulating the handle of the tester. If spray is provided evenly in the 4 directions as shown here, the injection nozzle is operating correctly. Now we will adjust the injection timing. When the injection pump has been replaced, when the engine hesitates on acceleration, or when the engine emits a great amount of white smoke, it's necessary to check and adjust the injection timing. Let's examine the procedure for checking and adjusting the injection timing. First, rotate the crankshaft to bring it to a position approximately 45 degrees away from top dead center. Top dead center here can be that of either the first cylinder or the fourth cylinder. Remove the 4 high-pressure pipes. Remove the distributor head plug. And attach the special measuring device. Insert the measuring device approximately 1 millimeter into the distributor head and affix it there. Adjust the gauge reading to 0. Slightly rotate the crankshaft backwards and forwards and confirm that the gauge reading remains at 0. Align the injection timing mark on the crank pulley with the pointer on the engine. And check the gauge's reading. As shown here, the injection timing mark for the 4JA1 engine is 14 degrees away from top dead center, and that for the 4JB1 engine is 16 degrees away from top dead center. If the injection timing is correct, the plunger lift should read 0.5 millimeter. Make sure to rotate the crankshaft in the normal direction of revolution of the engine. Otherwise, accurate checking of injection timing cannot be made. If the value measured does not fall within the specified range, adjustment must be made by varying the mount angle of the injection pump. Here, the plunger lift reads 0.43 millimeter, indicating that the injection timing is delayed from what it should be. To enable adjustment, loosen the bolts fixing the rear bracket of the injection pump and loosen the flange nuts. The flange nuts must be loosened only enough to allow the injection pump to be moved. Tilt the injection pump towards the engine. The injection timing is advanced when the pump is tilted towards the engine, and delayed when the pump is tilted away from the engine. In this way, the plunger lift is adjusted to 0.5 millimeter. After completing the adjustment, tighten the flange nuts and the bolts to secure the bracket. Then, rotate the engine shaft and confirm once more that the gauge reading is 0.5 millimeter when the injection timing mark and pointer are again aligned. Detach the measuring device, fit a new copper washer, and reattach the distributor head plug. To complete the job, mount the high-pressure pipes. Next, we'll observe the removal and installation of the injection pump. Before proceeding to the removal of the injection pump, remove the acceleration control and harness connectors, the fuel and return hoses, and the 4 high-pressure pipes. Also, insert stop cocks in place of the removed fuel and return hoses to keep dust out of the pump. Remove the hole cover and align the circular mark on the injection pump gear with the pointer on the timing gear cover. Remove the 6 bolts shown here. Remove the 2 bracket mount bolts on the cylinder body side. Now the injection pump assembly can be removed. In order to facilitate reinstallation of the injection pump, do not rotate the crankshaft after removal of the injection pump. Here, the injection pump is installed. When installing the injection pump, see that the circular mark on the injection pump gear is aligned with the pointer on the timing gear cover. Tighten the 6 bolts shown here. After installing the injection pump, adjust the injection timing to specification using the method explained previously. To complete the job, mount the hole cover and secure the injection pump. This completes our review of the maintenance procedure for the 4J engines. We hope this video will help you to familiarize yourself with these engines and enable you to provide reliable and efficient service to all of your customers.